Welcome to CrashRacer. Today we're playing Wreckfest and we're going to have a go at the brand new season challenge, which is this checkpoint chase. This is one of my favourite season challenges, this one, the checkpoint chase. We're going to be racing around in the Tristar around the Hillstreet Circuit, trying to avoid all the taxis that are driving round. I'm going to use automatic gears, half off half, and for tuning settings I think I'm going to try a 4-3-5-1. There we go. Okay, so the points total that we need is 425,000 or more for that gold trophy. Let's give this one a go then. So we start in the Tristar, we're racing around the Hiillstreet Circuit. 20 seconds is what you have to start, but if you can get through the checkpoints, each time you get through a checkpoint you get a time extension, and if you get there pretty quickly you could sometimes get a little bit of a bonus as well. There we've got a 0.4 second bonus. Okay, so the main route around this track of course is straight on and around the loop here, but I am going to instead drive around the opposite way here. It's a little bit of a cheat, but you can do that. You can cut round the opposite way, drive through the checkpoint and then hit the reset. Really important if you're going to do this little hack, make sure you're through the checkpoint before you hit the reset. If you try and do it a little bit early, you'll get reset back before the loop back corner. But that saves a lot of time. Of course it is a little bit risky because you're driving into oncoming traffic, but it does save you quite a lot of time. Reasonable first lap then, not quite as quick as I would have liked, but that's okay. Onto two wheels slightly. So yeah, the Tristar is very lightly armoured and very easy to damage, so you do not want to be having any contact either with the taxis or with the barriers if possible. It's very easy to damage the car or lose a wheel. Let's hit the reset button and off we go. So yeah, avoid all contact wherever possible. Don't think, oh, I'll just ram off the side of the barrier or off one of the taxis to get more speed, because it's ultimately going to cause you to finish the challenge earlier than you otherwise would have. Okay, so at the start as well, all the taxis are evenly spread out along the track and they're all going at a similar pace, so it's you can normally get past the taxis quite easy to start with, but as they themselves start having crashes and that, the space in between them, oh, I've made a real mess of that corner. That's not good, damage the side of the car. But yeah, as the race progresses, the gap between the taxis can change, they can get damaged, they can start wandering across the track, which makes things a lot more tricky. Whoop. Again, just caught the side of that taxi. Been a little bit clumsy here, which is not ideal. Right hand side of the car now is totally wrecked, so I really need to make sure I avoid all collisions now. At the moment it's not affecting the handling of the car, but yeah, one more crash would not be going right. Can we sneak past this one just before the chicane? Yeah, trying to time the way you overtake the taxis is another key thing in this one. So here, this is an awkward position. I'm going to have to come into this corner a bit tighter than I normally would. But it's about trying to spot where these taxis are and trying to time your overtake of them, decide early if you're going to go around the inside or the outside of them. Have to clunk it over the curb there slightly. You can shoot through here though, and again quickly hit the reset button. As soon as you hit the reset button, watch out on the map for the right hand side for that crossover. Again, you want to be spotting early if there's any cars coming and deciding early if you're going to either hesitate or try and avoid them by swerving to the left or the right. I've already got the gold trophy point score of course, but let's see how many more points we can get. At the moment we're being relatively lucky with the position of these taxis. You can tend to get in a flow. Sometimes you can go around laps where all the taxis are just at a nice position where they're not in your way at all, and you can take whatever lines you want through the corners, and then sometimes you tend to just get in an awkward rhythm where every single corner you come into there's a taxi driving along right in the way. Looked like there was a car wrecked, was there, in the middle or damaged. Yep, just got to avoid that. Hadn't actually got a lot of damage, but it looked like it probably lost a wheel, so it wasn't moving. And again, that's something else you've got to watch. They can be, some of the taxis can crash in really awkward positions, and whoops, and I've slipped just up the inside of this one. And yeah, as is the case in Wreckfest, sometimes if you get a car like that that's either wrecked or badly damaged, suddenly it'll start rolling across the track just as you start to approach it. Again, I'm going to have to take this very narrow to sneak past this one. Okay, we've got about 9 seconds as we went through that checkpoint, so I think just got to try and get as many more points as we can now. Not long left, I think, before we run out of time. We can sneak through here though, again, hit the reset. Might be able to get a couple more checkpoints in. Yeah, see, there's a car just rolling across the track. Fortunately, we managed to nip up the inside. We've got a couple of seconds left. We can get through this checkpoint, can we? Yeah. I think we're going to struggle to make the next one, especially with that. Taxi was in a really awkward position. Managed to squeeze through the gap, but we're not quite going to make it to the next checkpoint. It's a reasonable score though, I think. 780,605. Well, best of luck for all your attempts on this challenge. I hope you enjoy it and get some really good scores. My weekly challenge video should already be out, so if you haven't seen it, then take a look. And as always, watch out for the online racing video that's coming out on Friday. We're back on the US servers.